In the human body, a big pile of shit. One minute you're sucking down Greggs and McDonald's like an Hoover, and then you get diagnosed with high cholesterol. In this first video, I'm going to talk about the different types of cholesterol which contributes to your overall figure. In the next video, I'm going to talk about diet and foods that are good and bad for cholesterol and how I'm going to change my own diet. If that sounds interesting, please like and subscribe. If not, I'm going to ruin this video before it's even started. Look above my head, it looks like I'm wearing a nomad. I am like a sexy Pokemon collector of diseases. Well, this all comes from a blood test I had while I was in hospital, a routine blood test to check all my levels. Pretty much everything's bob on, and I was well excited looking down the list. I was like, green, 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 and then this little bastard popped in. I'll put them on the screen now. So before I start jabbering on about what I'm going to do to try and fix it, I'll go through what my numbers are just in case they're similar to yours. And I'll try and explain from the best of my ability. Awkwardly using Google while I speak. What each number means. So total cholesterol, that's all cholesterol in my body, 5.7. Apparently, with someone like myself, they like it to be under 4. I think the normal average is 5 though for someone without every single condition under the sun. It's broken down into a few levels which comprises the 5.7, so I'll go through each one. Triglycerides is 1.0. 1.6 is where you need to be worried. HDL cholesterol, 2.3. That's basically good cholesterol as far as I can see. High density lipoprotein cholesterol, sometimes called good cholesterol, absorbs cholesterol back into the blood and carries it back to the liver. The liver then flushes it from the body. High levels of HDL cholesterol can lower your risk of heart disease and stroke. So from what I can see, that needs to be increased because they're the bin men of the cholesterol world. They go around clearing up the shitty cholesterol. Direct LDL cholesterol, 3.0. LDL cholesterol is known as a type of bad cholesterol because it can build up in the blood vessels such as arteries and increase the risk of heart, stroke and disease. So that's the shitty one, that's the one that we want to do the old John Fury. I'll fight any cholesterol, I'm a cholesterol man. Non-HDL cholesterol, 3.4. Subtracts your high density lipoprotein HDL cholesterol known as the good cholesterol number from your total cholesterol number. So the non-HDL number includes all the bad types of cholesterol. I don't really think we need to focus on that one then. I think it's, at the moment, it's the good cholesterol and the bad cholesterol that we need to have a look at in the overall number. Total cholesterol to HDL ratio, 2.5. Right, so basically, we'll just take that bottom bit of that, won't we? High ratios mean higher risk of heart disease. Let's have a look. This is what the dietitian was saying to me actually. The ratio in my cholesterol is in a decent place. So it says that I'm not massively at risk of heart disease at the moment. Now I don't think that's quite blow your heart out of your arsehole high, but it is something that needs to be considered since I'm diabetic and technically I'm on the brink of high blood pressure. It's also worth noting that it's been slowly rising for a number of years, so now is the time to take action before it gets to a lot more serious levels. So here's where I am with it. When they told me that, the first thing they said was, right, we're going to bust you on some statins. But for me, I feel like I've got to take it back a little bit because for the last year, I've had a bit of a shitty year. And what I've been doing is I've been absolutely binge eating shit. When I'm down or when I'm stressed, I don't get that thing where people go, oh, I can't eat, I can't sleep. I eat like an absolute shit animal. And I think that's been happening for quite a while now, and that will no doubt contribute towards it. And also my physical exercise has fallen off almost completely. I've had a frozen shoulder, which is now fixed, by the way. So there's been quite a few issues which had stopped me living my life how I'd usually live it when my cholesterol was fine. So I've agreed with the health experts that in 3 months we're going to retest my cholesterol. If I can start to bring it down, then we can carry on and avoid all the tablets and all the extra things that might need to happen. But if I can't, then we'll look at the tablets, because if I'm doing all the right things, and it's still not working, then clearly it's a problem with my body and not me, my diet and my exercise. It's worth noting that all through my family there is a history of high cholesterol and heart problems. So maybe it's inevitable, maybe it's not. This is what I'm going to try and find out, because I don't like to just sit there and take tablets knowing that I'm not doing the best I can for myself. A big part of my lifestyle and how I survive with all these numerous arsehole diseases is I try and take action, positive action, to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do and look after myself. And like I said, that's fallen off completely, and it's unacceptable, and it's changing today. And please do not assume that I'm trying to give you advice here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to document my journey, because I'm a guy who's 37 years old, has let everything slip, carrying a little bit more chub than I should be at the moment than I usually would, and I just need to get my life back on track. I was going to try and get in the best shape I've ever been in anyway before this cholesterol reading hit me, so I'm not going to say it's a good thing, but at least it's a kick in the arse to get things done. So what I'll tend to do is I'll just eat shit whenever I want, and I don't really care. Never had to care really, because with cystic fibrosis, my primary condition, we've always been told cram up on shit food and put that weight on. But that was based on the fact that we weren't going to live past 30, so we didn't really have to consider heart conditions. No one really gave a shit about heart, because they thought, do you know what, by the time you start suffering this, you're probably going to be dead anyway. And that was a really sound logic until Kaftrio came in, and now we're fucked because we've got an extra 40 years. What do you do with them extra 40 years? Do you just let everything go to shit, or do you try hard and fight it? And the correct answer is, you do the best you can for you. Right? I'm going to be really honest, and I'm going to show you my body, and I'm going to do this because I'm going to be changing my diet quite significantly. I'm also going to be increasing my exercise tenfold, because I'm doing nothing at the moment, and my body has fallen into what I'd call disrepair at the moment. It's the worst it's ever been. I've probably got the skinniest arms and the fattest belly I've ever had. But what I'm interested to see is if I make all these changes to my diet, and you know, it's all healthy and good, mostly, because I'm not going to go stupid with it. I want to see what impact that has. I want to see if I can get in a shape that I really like and turn this into a positive thing. So let's have a look. If you're sensitive to seeing a few titties, look away. This is just a brief overview at the moment, because I need to learn more, and I need to experiment a little bit more. For the past 3 days, I've been making healthier choices, and it sounds like I'm making it up, but I actually feel a lot better. I am concerned about my weight, because I don't want to drop a lot of weight, and I do want to put on muscle, but I've also started going to the gym as well. It was something like 150 minutes of cardio can lower your cholesterol a week. I don't know whether I'm going to hit that, but I do like playing squash, so as soon as I pick up the squash again, we'll see how that goes. But again, I think it's got to be realistic, because if I make all these changes, I'm only going to make the changes that I can do in the long term. I'm not going to go stupid and go, oh my god, I'm going to run everywhere, I'm going to bicycle to work, because I'm like, fuck, I'm going to get straight in the car. But this is the thing, it's got to be realistic. So if I make these changes, and that test result in 3 months says your cholesterol's still really higher than it should be and it's not coming down, then we'll just have to go on tablets. But I'm not going down without a fight, and in fact, I'm not going down at all. I'm going to sort this shit out, and you're going to come with me.